Hello, my name is Tyler Shattuck, and today I'm going to talk to you about WordPress. Now, this is an introductory video to WordPress. I'm here to explain this to potential designers who might consider jumping on board to using it, and I'm also giving it a quick look to non-designers who are already maybe using a WordPress and would like to know how it works. Now, the reason that we use WordPress is if we're going to make a normal website without a content management system like WordPress, we have to create new pages each time we want to create new pages. And when I say new pages, I mean HTML documents for that page specifically. If you were in a web design class, you'd know the joy of adding a new page, copying, pasting, trying to find your content area in a div and replacing all that. And if you're listening to this and you're not a designer, you're probably thinking, wow, I can't do that. I'm never going to be able to update a website. WordPress makes it pretty simple. Now, with WordPress, there are two things to get off the bat. There is posts and pages. Right now I'm looking at a page that is full of posts. And each post is like some thoughts on SEO, HTML basics. It's like a blog. It is a blog. And then there's also pages, static content. Content I want to always be visible, always be at the forefront, like about me and my education, because that's important if some people are trying to get to know me. But I don't have to go into the HTML to update this with WordPress, because as a designer, us designers now, we already created a template for it. I'll show you. Now if I hit edit page, I've already logged into WordPress. And that's by, if you want to log into WordPress, you go to your website and you go /wp WordPress -admin, and you'll go to a login page. You'll be asked for a username and password, and you'll be given this. Now, if, say, my fiance wanted to come in and edit something, on just because I needed her to edit something, she could go in with this visual editor, because she doesn't really know code as much as I do. She'd be able to, maybe I want to link to Concordia University, Wisconsin. I can do a quick hyperlink, www.cuw.edu, open new tab, done, update, wait for it to update. Wait for it to update more. Sorry, it's going a little slow. And then view page. And my HTML was updated without really needing to have a lot of HTML. You can also add a new page completely by hitting new page. And once it loads, you'd say recent works and type in something here, and then let's actually do something. Let's say tutorials. Let's make a page. If I spell it right, tutorials. This is the page where tutorials will be found. Permalink is already created, so I've got a link there. But I don't. If I wanted it under About Me, I could put it right there, and the parent would be About Me. I don't have that many pages on my site so far, so I would do it like this, and then I'd hit Publish. Now, I might be using a custom menu, so this might not show up right away on my page. If we go to View Page, nope, it's not on there yet. So sometimes you have your menus automatically build for you, and this is a good example right here. I right now I'm not. So if I go to my menus under my, that's the name of my site, not just my name, because the site's my name too. It'll take me to the menus page, and then I can add the tutorials by doing this. And now I could put this under education. Education's a category, so that's a bunch of my posts, which I'll get into in a little bit. But I'd put that there and I'd hit save. And that menu will be updated. And I will see tutorials is there. And that required no HTML. And once it comes up, I'll prove it. So it makes it a lot easier to publish content. If not only that, like from a non-designer standpoint, but from a designer standpoint, because that would take me a lot longer if I had to copy all the HTML and make a new page and upload it to the server. but I don't really want this page, so I'm just going to delete it. So I'm going to hit edit page again. I can also get to this page by going right here and saying page, not here, but to pages, and hitting all pages and then selecting it from a list, and I can just move it to the trash. Now, posts, on the other hand, are a little different. Posts, if you're familiar with what a blog is like a waterfall. I kind of think of it as of content. So right now, the latest thing I posted, which was, I don't know, December. So really, if you're going to have a blog like me and claim to have a blog site, keep it updated. Otherwise, right here I have a little plugin for my stats. Stats aren't that great. So if I were to put a new post in, another post would be on top of that. Writing posts is easy. New post, just like a page. I don't really think I have to go through that one, but it would essentially give it a title. I'd give it the content, make any links that I need to make in there. Give it a category. Say I found a new cool thing that relates to digital media and learning. I would check that box and that box, and add any tags I wanted to add. Cool stuff, and then that would be it. It's that easy to publish content. Now, from a design standpoint, I haven't really touched on much. I've touched on content. This is what we're looking at now, the content management system. And say down the road, like the website kind of got a little out of date, and I want to update it. But now I've got this website and I've got all these pages that were built in this way, and normally I'd be stuck. But with WordPress and other such PHP, PHP is, again, code. It's programming, not just markup. I'm able to create a new theme. Themes can be created, and that's where intensive intensive web design goes into. You could also just download a theme, like Airy. Airy is first I want to show you. I have made a theme based off of Airy. You can download this free theme and just play it, and it'll work perfect on your blog, but it'll look exactly like this. I just changed some colors and changed a few other things. So I made a child theme of it called where is it in here? It's the Airy TS. The basic theme that I built a lot of sites off of is called 2011. The newest one that just came out is 2012. So I haven't looked at what my site looks like with 2012 on it. If I have live preview, all of my content is now being pushed through a filter or a theme, and now it looks like this. It would look a little different if I had a header. I don't have a header image on my site, but it's the same thing. It's the same content. So that allows you to have flexibility in the future. I recently worked on a website for Concordia University, Wisconsin, and our theme was initially way out of date when I built it. Well, not when I built it, but when I became like a year after I built it, because I was really just learning WordPress. And so I built a core theme that was very flexible. Move like that, so it turned into a one-column theme that got small. Works on mobile, works on all that stuff. And all the pages in this theme are actually the same PHP file, which is pretty cool from a design standpoint. If you're not a designer, that probably doesn't mean much to you. But you got widgets over here. That's another thing that you can explore later on. They're just little tools. Actually, I can show you now. Like those widgets over there are found in the widgets area under appearance. And I've got all these. The cool one that I like that came with my theme was Airy social links, and it's in my, I believe, secondary widget area. Widget areas are like this is a widget area or sidebar really. These are widgets right here. This is part of that widget. And here's two other widgets. I could add a Facebook like box into my sidebar and then hit save. It's not set up correctly, so it might not work very well. So we'll see what happens. But you would add, once I scroll to it, right here. So there's a widget. So I better take that off because it's not set up correctly. So that's another really good thing about WordPress, is that you have these nice flexible areas that you can update, and that appears everywhere on the page. I mean, I found another thing that I'm about to mention is a plugin. On this plugin over here, this website over here, I found a plugin that I can check, like on my widgets, I have a checkbox. So I have a widget called Business Programs. By default, that widget would appear all across the site. But in reality, I only want it on business pages or on program pages that have all the programs on them. So I just went through a list and checked the ones I wanted to show up on. And so I have one big sidebar that is smart. And that's another thing about PHP, is PHP lets you conditionally style things like that. So that's a cool thing. So comments, I installed a thing called Discuss on my comments, so it prevents spam. Discuss kind of looks, it's on my About Me page. Kind of looks like this. It prevents spam because you have to sign in kind of to do it. Most of the spam things are built for just the standard WordPress site, so it's worth it to install that plugin. Other things to think about: users. Right now, like most of the sites that I've been working with, I only am the user. These users were created by a plugin that I had that gave them contributor rights to my site. I should probably delete that because that's probably not the most secure thing to do. But if you wanted to add a user, you just hit add user, and then you put username, email, first name, last name, website, and put their password twice, and then it sends them an email automatically from your domain, from your WordPress installation, and then they have rights to your site. And there's different levels. Even though they have access, they don't have administrator access. They can only do certain things on the site, and you can look up on WordPress what those people have. So with that, I mean, other things I guess to think about is media. You can upload media to your site and then host that from your WordPress site. It's pretty simple to do. Just drag and drop. If you are working in a post, you could easily just upload to that post directly and not go to new media by clicking the media icon, and the media icon looks like, well, add media, and you can add whatever you want from there. And yeah, I think I've covered the basics mostly. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at tyler.shattuck@cuw.edu. It's been a pleasure, and happy coding, happy WordPressing.